Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you are joining. It's wonderful to be with you today. We are coming up to the summer solstice, the first day of summer, and the midpoint between summer and winter. And we're also moving into the astrological sign of Cancer, which happens to be my sign. This is probably one of my favorite times of year as we move into the solstice. And not sure if you knew this, I did not know, but the word solstice comes from the Latin meaning sun standing still. And I was wondering why sun standing still or solstice, why that came to be. And I was reading a bit more about this time just before, during, and after the solstice, where the sun is very high in the sky. And so at its zenith, at the actual solstice, it looks like it's standing still. And even in the days before and after, it looks like it moves very, very slowly. So we have this wonderful solstice here in summer coming up on June 21st. And I find this is a great time of year that invites us to wake up. And like I'm feeling today with the sun finally coming out where I live, to come alive and to bloom and to blossom. And so I find it's a great time, since we're at the midway point of the year, to reflect on any seeds that we might have planted earlier in the year, in the winter and maybe early spring, and maybe assessing or asking ourselves what seeds have started to bloom, what have taken root, and which seeds maybe didn't really do so much that we might want to release. So today what we're going to do is we're going to engage in a breath awareness practice to help us settle the body. And then maybe asking ourselves as we go further into the meditation, what seeds we really want to invest in and where we really want to thrive, and maybe which things we might want to let go of. So that'll be in the form of a self-inquiry practice. And then we'll also do a short visualization in today's meditation, which I will walk you through. No worries, no thinking about that at this point. What we're going to do is move into some essentials for meditation before we get started. So the first one is thoughts are okay. It's in the nature of the mind to think, like it is in the eyes to see. So when you notice that your mind has wandered, which it will always do in meditation, just be kind to yourself like a good friend would. And instead of beating yourself up, simply return your attention to the breath or the focus or the anchor of the meditation. Don't try too hard to make anything happen, to have this crazy experience, to see if you can levitate. Just notice what is true for you and let the experience that you're having today unfold for you. Letting go of any preconceived ideas and anything that in your mind says, this is the way this is supposed to go, or this is the way this should be. The last one is stick with the practice. The more you do it, the stronger your ability to train your attention, just like a muscle that you work over and over again. We'll be meditating today for about 20 minutes, and I will keep track of the time. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. I invite you, if you haven't already, to settle in, sit, whether it's on a mat, a cushion, a chair, a sofa, and find a position that allows you to be both relaxed and alert. And if there's anything that you can do to make yourself even 5% more comfortable, go ahead and make that final adjustment now. Gently closing your eyes or gazing at a point in front of you. Letting the face be soft. Loosening the jaw, perhaps moving the jaw around or rolling the neck. Releasing any final tension. Letting everything that came before this Release. And letting anything that will come after this go. And letting your upper body soften, your shoulders, and your belly, your spine. Releasing any tension in your back, perhaps in your hips or in your seat. Noticing the contact points beneath you. Perhaps those points beneath your seat or your feet. And feeling your body sink more and more deeply as you relax and as you settle into stillness. And letting the belly be soft, the breath natural. And softening the heart. And allowing the heart to receive whatever shows up for you today with kindness and compassion. And from this posture, take a few slow and deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Just letting your body know it's okay to let go. And with each exhale, letting go of anything that wants to be released. And within each inhale, welcoming in fresh air, oxygenating the cells, moving things through the body. Begin to notice the gentle rhythm of the breath. You might tune in to the path of the breath, the temperature of it as it enters the nostrils, perhaps a tingling in the back of the throat, and then a warmth as it exits the nostrils. The rise and the fall of the chest, perhaps the expansion of the belly. Let your attention rest on each breath, feeling its natural rhythm with each inhale and each exhale. You are the mindful and loving witness which each breath as each breath moves in and moves out, relaxed and calm. Become aware now of the whole body being breathed. The breath moving easily through the veins, the cells, the organs of the body, warming you like a summer breeze, expanding as it enters the body, moving through the body with ease, releasing any pockets of stagnant energy as you exhale. And as you follow the path of the breath, it may shift, it may get faster, it may slow down, even pause for a moment. Notice any changes without resistance, without trying to control the breath, letting go of any expectations. And we'll continue like this for a few rounds of breath. Draw your attention now to the solar plexus, the space just above the navel. This is the area of the body that represents personal power. See, feel, or imagine the breath moving in and out of the solar plexus. And as you inhale, perhaps visualizing a warm golden light nourishing your cells, bringing renewed energy and possibility. And as you exhale, radiating this golden light out into the space around you. asking yourself now, what makes me come alive? What makes me come alive? And allowing this question to settle into the stillness of your being as you continue to breathe in and out through the solar plexus. Gently releasing that question and asking yourself now, where do I thrive most? Where do I thrive most? Noticing any feelings or words or images that might come to mind as this golden light of summer sun expands and illuminates this area of personal power. Where do I thrive most? And gently releasing that question and asking yourself, what would I like to transform this summer? What would I like to transform? And in these moments, invite yourself to dream as you continue to breathe through the solar plexus, alchemizing the full expression of who you're becoming. And gently releasing all of the questions and letting the breath be natural as you rest in the stillness of your being. If thoughts arise, as they always do, simply notice them and return your attention to the breath. Right here, right now. As our meditation draws to a close, I'd like to read a poem by William Wordsworth that reminds me of summer. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. So when you're ready, you're welcome to bring some gentle movement back into the body. Perhaps moving the neck in a circle, wiggling your fingers or toes. You might deepen your breath and stretch into the space around you. And take your time, there's absolutely no rush. Perhaps today you might join me in rubbing your palms together to create some heat, the summer heat. And put your heels of your hands right in your eye sockets with a gentle pressure. Perhaps taking one last long, slow, deep breath and releasing. Perhaps with a sigh. I invite you to now bring your palms together. Thumb knuckles to the breastbone. Looking at these beautiful faces across from you. The light in me honors and sees the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today, whatever time, space, and place that you were able to join. I look forward to being with you the next time. Take care.